What's up, party people? This is Jose Heredia with the Crossfader Show here in the city of Cypress, California. We're in front of ProSound and Stage Lighting. As a matter of fact, they just moved here not too long ago to this new location. And in their parking lot is a special visit from a company called Crown Amplifiers. They've been in business for a long time and provide quality amps to the DJ industry and pro sound industry for a long, long time. And they have inside the trailer a demonstration of their line of amplifiers. And we're going to go ahead and take a closer look at these amplifiers at work. So come on over, let's take a look at what we got. All right, guys, so we're inside the trailer of Crown Amplifiers, and we're here with Loren Robinson, who's going to give us the skinny of these awesome amplifiers. So how you doing, Loren?
I'm doing great. Thank you.
Excellent. So what do we have here? What is this? What do you call this?
Well, the Crown truck as a whole has been a concept that's been out on the road now for probably well over 15 years. This is Gen 3 of the trailer, so this is the third trailer we've put out. I'm not sure how many tractors we've gone through in that time period, but probably about at least 4 or 5. Basically, the original concept was developing a tool that we could use to transport the materials that go to all the different trade shows throughout the year. And then while we're doing that transport, we could then train from point to point as we're going from these trade shows. In recent years, the trade show count has dropped dramatically, and we're actually now doing our trade shows in a completely different way. So now this trailer is outfitted to completely either do training throughout the various territories, or to go out and meet those trade shows at the show site and actually have the truck on the floor as part of the trade show.
Kind of like a mobile demo room / classroom, exactly. And you rendezvous with important points in the map to be able to promote and help the awareness of Crown Amplifiers.
That's exactly it. There is a driver who goes with each of the trucks, and I should say this is the Crown truck. There are 4 trucks that Harman has on the road, Harman Corporation that owns Crown. So there are 4 trucks out doing different phases of what we do, or different lines of what we do.
This is kind of like Air Force Ones for the Crown Amplifiers, right?
Exactly. So the driver drives the truck. When it goes into the territory, the manager for that territory will join the truck, or the sales rep for the territory will join the truck, depending on the application. So we have the country divided up into 3 areas: west, central, east. So typically it'll be me or one of my other 2 counterparts joining it wherever it's at in the country, doing the trainings, doing the events, whatever it could be scheduled. And again, the Crown is a company that makes products for a wide variety of vertical markets. We've got a rack over here on the audience's left. This features the 2 product lines that are focused specifically at the portable PA line. The rack in the center features 2 product lines that are specifically, well, actually 3. I'm sorry, I forgot about the D down here. 3 product lines that are specifically focused at the install market. So permanent installation into a building, large or small. Could be small worship space up to the largest sporting venue built. City Center in Las Vegas, thousands of amplifiers sitting on one network. So large to small, but if it's permanently being installed, that market has a certain set of specifications, a certain user tools that they need to go into that kind of market. So this is specifically designed for that installation market. And then the rack on the right, the top of it is amplifiers we build specifically focused at the touring market. Okay, so the companies that either go in and do the regional kind of concert level stuff, all the way up to the large scale touring companies who basically go on the road with Rascal Flatts and do 2 nights in LA. Everything goes into a truck. We go 100 miles that way. It all comes back out. It goes up. We do 3 shows here. It goes 200 miles that way. So the product has to be specifically built for their market and the applications that they use it in. Right. Then we have amplifiers here designed for the cinema market, for the large-scale Cineplex type of applications. And then down at the bottom of this rack, we have a whole bunch of products that are designed around our commercial series. So this is amplifiers designed for commercial applications. So it could be anywhere from, a small retail store to a coffee house to a doctor's office. I mean, it could be a very wide, set of parameters. But the marketplace is low power, sometimes mixer amps, mixers built into those amps to give us the inputs we need on a very low cost, very low power kind of application.
With multiple speakers throughout the building or the area.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. So in our interest today is probably the portable DJ market. So this would be the area. Can you tell us briefly about these two or three amplifiers?
Sure. Well, the top part is our XLS series. This is kind of our entry-level amplifier designed for the portable PA market. It has a very wide power point range. It basically goes from the mid-2s up to the mid-8 kind of levels at different impedances. It's a full offering impedance-wise, so it will work at 8 ohms, 4 ohms, or 2 ohms. The spec sheet has a listing for all the power points on the spec sheet. This is the first amplifier using our new drive core technology. So this is a new technology that we're using now to significantly lower the weight in our amplifiers. The top two amplifiers, the XLS 1000 and 1500, come in at just slightly over 8 pounds. The other two amplifiers in the product line, the XLS 2000, XLS 2.5, those come in at just under 12 pounds. So these are extremely lightweight amplifiers for their offering.
That is not bad. That's pretty light.
It's one of the biggest. When you're a portable PA and you're a musician or a DJ that's got to move your gear from point to point every night, the weight of the amplifier and also the weight that's bearing on the rack, the actual how it's distributed in the rack makes a big difference. So these are, for all practical purposes in that type of application, these are transparent. They're amplifiers that just are not there physically.
So here we have the other part of the amplifier model units that you have here. Tell us about these.
That would be the XTI line. Again, the customer feature set is very similar to the XLS. It has the same XLR inputs with XLR loop-throughs available to you. It has the same output setup. It has a 5-way binding post output, banana jack type of output, as well as the speak-on 4-pole click twist permanent lock type of output. So it has those feature sets just like its baby brother, the XLS. Where it takes off from the XLS is in the additional feature set that it has, because it has a built-in, very extended DSP set that allows you EQ, crossovers, and full delay available to you out of the amplifier. Now, this is a DSP platform that typically you would go and buy from the retail vendor an external box that could be $400 to $500 for the equal amount of DSP that this amp has built into it. Because we're using a CPU system to drive the amplifier in the modern technology, the CPUs just became pretty extensive, and the amount of memory and the the availability to use that CPU processing power, we could then bring the DSP functions in at no additional cost. So it's giving just a lot more to the end user for the money that they're paying for the amplifier.
Cool, Loren. Well, it was a real pleasure to talk to you inside the Crown Amplifier. Is there any way people can find out more about these Crown Amplifiers online or at their local retailer?
Yeah, absolutely. The best source is to go to crownaudio.com or go to Harman, HARMAN.com, and that'll lead you to Crown as well as the other Harman products that Harman offers, the other Pro Audio products that Harman offers. And from there, you can get, there's a full listing of all the products we offer today. There's a really wide library there of past products, all of the contacts for our tech support department to get in contact with anybody for any additional assistance you need, as well as a listing of our representation force that handles our products throughout the United States. And then there's also some quick lists to allow you to reach out directly to some of our retailers across the country.